Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, my name's Adrian, and today I want to talk to you about riding scooters here in the Philippines. Now, there's a reason why I've been off for the past, 5-6 weeks. I haven't put any videos up, and it's because I had a bike accident. Now, I'll dive into that in a second and go through what had actually happened, but be all is I want this video to be a warning for every foreigner that comes over to the Philippines, maybe even any Southeast Asian country. Since the last video I put up, I had my bike accident, which obviously is news to all you guys, but effectively what had happened was a car pulled out in front of me while I was going at about 60 kilometers an hour. Very quickly, I seen him at the last second. I swerved to avoid that car, so I swerved to my right. There was people on the side of the road, or on the road, so I had to swerve again to the left, and I got met by an oncoming Ford Ranger, which is quite a large four-wheel drive. Luckily for me, half a second sooner, and I would have went straight into the front of his car. Less than half a second, probably 0.1 of a second. But luckily for me, I hit the side of his car as he was coming towards me, and consequently I went flying through the air. But I'm still here to tell the tale, thankfully. It's going to be no surprise to anyone, especially locals, that us foreigners, where the rules are so relaxed over here. So we're very comfortable with having a drink, like a beer or something, and then getting on the scooter and riding home. Now, this particular day, I'd had a few beers and had no dramas in jumping on the bike and riding home, just like any other normal day. Well, not that I drink beer every day, but just like any other day. Looking back now, I believe that my reaction time could have been better. I may have been more alert that there was a car about to pull out in front of me. Who knows? It's all that what if sort of scenario. But all I can say is that alcohol, I believe, even with my accident, played a factor that I probably had less reaction time. Now, what did it really cost me? It cost me a month of being basically bedridden, not so much bedridden, but stuck at my house. I didn't sustain any broken bones, which is, again, how I didn't injure myself majorly is a surprise. However, obviously I lost a lot of skin off places of my body, and the top of my left foot being the worst of it. And it's a bit too gruesome to show you the photo on YouTube, so I'll leave that out for now. But pretty much 3/4 of the top of my left foot was missing skin, and I had a big hole in my foot. Who knows what I had hit there. And the other injury that I really sustained, and is still sore to this day, is 3/4 of the way up my spine. I don't know what I hit because I was unconscious after the accident, and I came to 10-20 seconds later, but it feels like my back copped the brunt of the impact to slow me down or stop me. A couple of things. One, I was very lucky that I didn't go an extra meter through the air, because there was a massive drainage system that had just been dug. It was ready for concrete. It was about 2 meters deep, and there was bits of rhubarb sticking out everywhere. So if I rolled that little bit extra, I probably would have run the risk of being impaled by some steel. So I'm a very, very, very lucky person. The second thing is that neither myself or the other person were badly injured, but the other person's vehicle was not very damaged. It had just a nice big scrape all down the side of his vehicle, and my bike had a little bit of cosmetic paint taken off the side from where it slid down on the road. It did cost me, so a financial impact is something that you should consider as well when it comes to thinking you'll be right to drive. But it did cost me the repair of the other gentleman's car, which was quite expensive. It cost me the repair to my bike, which wasn't too expensive at all. It cost me a night in the police station because I was argumentative and I didn't believe that I was at fault because a car had pulled out in front of me. So it was all a big learning experience for me. In the end, I just paid everything out. You're not going to win that argument, 9 times out of 10 over here, guys. So, I just paid everything out. Very, very lucky to walk away with the injuries that I sustained. So in the last month that I've been off, I've basically just taken that time to heal up. Even just to save a little bit of money has helped. Because that did cost me a little. Most recently, I had another friend have an accident as well. So another foreigner had an accident. I actually have a little bit of footage for you can see in a moment. I'll put that up for you. But what you'll find here is, again, late at night, he was playing a little bit of catch up to, keep up with somebody that had left a little bit earlier than him. Consequently, went through an intersection. You'll see the footage, but went through an intersection and had almost a head-on collision. It's kind of a head-on collision with a trike over here. So a 3-wheel motorcycle with like a sidecar attached that most people use to use as like a taxi over here. So again, he was very, very lucky. He did sustain a fractured finger, which was pretty nasty actually. He required surgery straight away. I can't remember, you guys can help me out in the comments, but the bones were sticking out of his finger. So it was quite a nasty one. He had surgery, he had a little rod put in his hand, and that was the worst of it for him. So he's very, very, very lucky as well. And you can see after watching that footage that, you know, it was a quick impact, and you can just imagine the force on your body when you hit something that fast or that hard. So again, and no alcohol was involved with that accident. That is just bad timing, a little bit of bad luck, and maybe if he was going a little bit slower, that could have been avoided. He was under brakes, but at the speed you can see, you know, it was almost like it was too late to do anything about it. They were destined to hit one another. But again, very, very lucky. So happy that he's not badly hurt, but again, he'll have a few months of, you know, a little bit of pain, discomfort, and some physio. Now, the last one I want to talk about is pretty disturbing. I was catching up with a friend here in Dumaguete who's just opened up his own bar. As we were sitting there, you know, having a good chinwag, having a good chat, you know, ambulance after ambulance raced past the place. So of course, you know, we're concerned, you know, no one has any information, but little did we know at the time that no more than 500 meters up the road, a foreigner had a head-on collision. I can't stress this enough to any foreigner coming over here. This isn't a playground for driving your scooter at warp speed on the highway. Yes, it actually is quite a nice highway. It's been recently resealed. It's nice and wide, but it's dangerous. No more than an hour later after the ambulances raced past us last night, nobody even cared that was sitting at this place where I was having some bite to eat. But a cat ran out in the middle of the road, got hit by a car. Obviously the car didn't stop and died straight away as well. So there's cats and dogs that are forever crossing that highway. Now you're on a scooter. Maybe if you hit a cat, you'll be okay. You might go over it feeling like you've hit a little rock or something. I don't know. But you hit one of these dogs over here, you know, they're not malnutrition. They're healthy looking dogs. They just roam free. You hit one of those on a scooter, you're going over the bars. If you're doing 80 kilometers an hour or even faster, which I've seen people going way faster than that, not only are you going over the bars, but you're going to have a very, very bad day. Forgetting the skin that you're going to take off your body everywhere. If you don't break an arm or a leg or, you know, collarbone, or if you're smart enough and wearing a helmet, don't have any serious head injury, you're going to have a bad day, and it'll be backed up by some bad weeks ahead. So look, just be safe. I'm waffling on here. I might sound like a broken record, but this is only just this month. That's my friend's accident, a foreigner last night. Go back 2 weeks before my accident, it was two locals that hit a dog and ended up in hospital. A week before that, it was another one where he came off and hit a car. There's accidents on this road all the time. And Dumaguete, where I'm living, is a very, very popular place for expats to come over and stay. I'm just thankful that the person last night wasn't somebody I knew, because that's a terrible thing to happen. And I'm deeply sorry for the family members of that person or people that were involved in that accident. You know, I'll put the photos up of the car just then. I just drove past the scene again. I thought, you know what, I'll take a photo of the car just to show you the impact. And the impact to the front and the roof of the vehicle was by the rider of the bike. You know, and photos circulated, which I thought were disgusting. Photos circulated Facebook very quickly of a foreigner laying on the middle of the road, you know, presumably dead. And I thought that was in real bad taste, regardless if it was a news story or, you know, somebody warning other foreigners about how to ride and how not to ride. I don't think that was very fair to the family in case they found out that their, you know, son, father, brother, husband passed away that way. I don't think that was the right way to go about it. But so please do us all a favor if you come over here. I've learnt my lesson. It took me the hard way to learn my lesson, but thank God I'm still here and still able to make a video or two and enjoy my life, which is great. Don't get on the booze and then ride your bike thinking you're a hero, because I'm telling you now, you'll be the one coming off second best. The highway, again, just be careful, those dogs and cats, but mainly the dogs, they just run out in front of you, and you don't have any time to, if you're doing 80 kilometers an hour, which I've done numerous times on the highway, But of a night time, if you're doing 80 kilometers an hour, you know, with the scooters light, like you barely can see 50 meters, not even that, 20 meters in front of you with the lights on a scooter unless you have your high beams on. By the time a dog's around in the middle of the road, you've got no time to react. And if you tried to swerve it at that speed, you know, to avoid it, you're coming off your bike anyway. So slow down and enjoy your time when you're over here, okay? If you've got any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll get back into shooting some videos soon. I am going to do almost like a refresher on my previous videos. I think that's not a bad idea. When I made those videos, I was learning about the place, learning not just Philippines, but Dumaguete, learning the system, you know, what it is, what it's going to take for a foreigner to live over here. So I might do I might even do an all-in-one. I might do accommodation, visa, you know, the whole lot. Bike rental or buying your own bike and registering it. You know, as you'll see, we've recently got a new bike, and you know, that's yet to be registered. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching. If you stuck about this far, and I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe is what everybody says. But yeah, a subscription does help, shows us some support. And maybe one day I'll monetize the channel and can earn $1 a day or $1 a week doing it. All right, take care. Okay, see you soon.